Now at 9, Ball State University officials released a statement today after videos posted on social media from the weekend show people at a large event gathering right off campus.
And how one student organization is making adjustments during the pandemic.
And I'm tracking cooler temperatures and plenty of sunshine on the way for this week.
From the heart of Ball State University, live from the Unified Media Newsroom, NewsLink Indiana starts right now.
An investigation is underway tonight after videos circulating on social media show people at a large gathering off campus. Good evening, I'm Amelia Cisna.
And I'm Grace Benkowski. University officials issued a statement this afternoon saying they're looking into the situation. NewsLink Indiana's Tyler Brummett joins us in the studio with the latest information. Tyler?
Well, according to the location stamps on many of these videos you see right here, the gathering happened at Be Here Now Muncie, which is in the 500 block of Dill Street. The videos posted on Snapchat and Instagram appears to show dozens, perhaps hundreds of people in close contact and not wearing masks. People were out at the venue for what looks to be a concert. Be Here Now's Facebook page says Afro Man was scheduled to perform Saturday night, which is when all of the timestamps we saw indicate the videos were taken. One of the videos was even posted on an Instagram account that appears to belong to Afro Man. We don't know right now how many people were in the crowd, but I did reach out to university officials. They responded this afternoon by saying we are aware of a video circulating on social media that shows a large crowd gathering this weekend at a venue near campus. While the number of Ball State students, if any, is not clear, President Mearns has directed the Office of Student Conduct to investigate. We have also contacted officials with the Delaware County Health Department regarding the gathering. These developments come on the same day President Mearns sent out an email complimenting students for their efforts to help slow the spread of the coronavirus. Mearns said last week in a taping of his public affairs show, Cardinal Compass, he thinks things have gotten better.
I've been pleased that the vast majority of people on our campus, including the vast majority of our students, are exercising prudent, good social responsibility.
And this isn't the first time large gatherings happening at or near campus have been caught on video. There was another video circulating that shows Ball State students partying during Welcome Week. President Mearns and university administration condemned those gatherings. Now, you can hear more from President Mearns on Cardinal Compass this Friday at 6:30 on WIPB TV and Indiana Public Radio. I do want to mention that I reached out to both the Delaware County Health Department as well as Be Here Now Muncie, but have not yet received a response. In studio, Tyler Brummett, NewsLink Indiana.
Thank you, Tyler. The BSU COVID dashboard was updated over the weekend. The dashboard now tells us as visitors how many active cases there are reported on campus, as well as how many people have recovered. The numbers today report 958 cases in total reported to Ball State. There's been an estimated 800 people who have recovered since testing positive, and an estimated total of 158 active cases.
As COVID continues to be apparent on campus, many student organizations are having to make adjustments. Catherine Sagal took a look at how College Mentor for Kids is running their organization and their advice to students on campus.
With schools starting up, many student organizations are having to make adjustments to how they run their clubs. College Mentor for Kids is one example of student org life who has had to make changes to their day-to-day routine. College Mentor for Kids is a student organization dedicated to connecting college students with elementary students to make connections in the Muncie area. I sat down with Vice President of Activity Planning to find out what he has to say about these changes.
So College Mentors itself has grown in some kind of unique ways. We've had to obviously readjust everything that we do, given that our program typically takes place on campus. But I think the pandemic generally has made a lot of people reassess their values and why they do what they do.
Brendan notes that due to the pandemic, College Mentor for Kids has had to go back to their basic values, forming bonds between college-age mentors and kid-age students, who have a lot to learn from one another.
So the way College Mentors has adjusted is we are going online into Zoom chats.
Zoom chats are the new way that many student organizations are having to change this year, along with limiting the capacity of the number of people in one area.
Remember that the things you invest in for yourself and for your little community that you construct for yourself at Ball State, that pays off later on, and there's still people on the other end of that Zoom call, regardless of whether or not you're in the same room.
College Mentors for Kids' first event will be on October 5th this year. The deadline to become a mentor is September 18th. I'm Catherine Segal, NewsLink, Indiana.
There are lots of ways to still get involved on campus, despite the restrictions because of COVID. See more on BennyLink at ballstateuniversity.com.
Over the weekend, Indiana health officials added 18 more coronavirus-related deaths to the state's toll. Indiana's overall death total raised to 3,438 cases since the first death 6 months ago. The state health department announced 1,249 coronavirus infections on Sunday, bringing the overall total to nearly 106,000 since March. One of those people include Indiana Supreme Court Justice Loretta Rush, who tested positive for COVID-19 this Sunday and has been quarantined. Rush has been working remotely and has not been in the State House since September 1st. Indiana health officials are developing the criteria they'll use to decide who is able to receive a coronavirus vaccine when one becomes available. Health Commissioner Dr. Christina Bach says she expects the supply of doses to be extremely limited once a vaccine is approved by the federal government. It might be just 10 million or 15 million doses for the 330 million people living in the United States. The Northwest Indiana Times reports that if the vaccine is distributed to each state based on its share of the U.S. population, Indiana might receive only 300,000 doses initially for its 6.7 million residents.
Senator Ted Cruz wants the Department of Justice to investigate Netflix over the film Cuties. Cruz wants the DOJ to examine whether Netflix or the filmmakers broke federal laws against the production and distribution of child pornography. The senator's office says Cruz detailed his concerns in a letter to Attorney General Bill Barr. In the letter, Cruz wrote, "The film routinely fetishizes and sexualizes these pre-adolescent girls as they perform dances simulating sexual conduct." He also says the film includes at least one scene with partial child nudity. And Cruz isn't alone on this. Democratic Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard blasted the film on Twitter, calling it child porn. A Netflix spokesperson said in a statement obtained by Variety that Cuties is a social commentary against the sexualization of young children.
There's more evidence now that not getting enough sleep makes it harder to control your appetite. In a new study, researchers used information from smartphone sleep tracking data to record sleep quality for 120,000 people for up to 2 years. The results showed people with BMIs of 30 or more, which is considered obese, had a slightly shorter mean sleep durations and more variable sleeping patterns. That lack of sleep is related to an increase in appetite and weight gain. You know, Amelia, the weather this week sounds perfect for a run.
Absolutely, and the sunniness today, I think it's going to be reflected out for the rest of the week. Maddie, can you tell us more about the weather we're expecting this week?
It'll be a beautiful week to get outside, although right now temperatures are in the 60s. We're at 63 right now, with winds coming from the east-northeast at 7 miles per hour. As we head into the overnight tonight, temperatures will drop from right about 60 down into the upper 50s and mid-50s by daybreak. We end tonight at a low of 48 degrees with clear skies and winds coming from the east at 5 miles per hour. As for tomorrow, it'll be basically a repeat of today with seasonably fall-like temperatures in the mid to upper 70s.
Thank you, Maddie. A new type of nurse may be taking your vitals at the hospital. Find out who after the break.
Plus, a new drink is coming to stores that helps relieve stress. Learn about when those are coming to stores next.
Riding the bus is an easy thing to do. Last year, we carried 60,000 riders from the Ball State area. 50,000 of those were students. Anywhere you want to go, MITS will take you there.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Welcome back. So, hospitals often bring in therapy dogs to help soothe patients as they receive treatment. But a new type of canine could be used to help doctors gather vital data information from COVID-19 patients. This is Spot, and he comes equipped with an infrared camera and 3 other monochrome cameras to get the vital signs without a doctor. We are talking skin temperature, breathing rate, pulse rate, and blood oxygen saturation, all done remotely by the robot. The robot could also help keep down exposure to COVID-19. Researchers in Boston are testing it out on volunteers. While the idea is to use the robots in triage situations, it could eventually be expanded to continuously monitor patients in their hospital rooms so busy doctors can check in on them virtually. Dentists say they're seeing more instances of patients grinding their teeth recently. Stress is a big factor, and some believe the coronavirus pandemic is giving more people anxiety. It can be tough to know if you grind your teeth while you sleep, so dentists recommend asking the person you share your bed with to keep an eye on you. It's also a good idea to keep up with regular checkups, because catching the problem early can save money.
We range anywhere from a filling at a couple $100s to, unfortunately, sometimes we'll see somebody will crack a tooth and it's not repairable, which can cost a few thousand.
Dentists are also seeing more patients with headaches, migraines, and trouble opening their mouths all the way. Some of them suspect bad posture may also be a contributing factor.
A new drink manufactured by PepsiCo may be able to help if you are a stress-related teeth grinder. PepsiCo is adding to your options of stress relief aid. Today, the company released Driftwell, a new drink designed to ease stress and help you relax. PepsiCo says the drink is loaded with an amino acid that helps with calmness, improves focus, and helps with sleep. You'll be able to get Driftwell online later this year and in stores early next year. With so many people looking forward to the end of 2020, Advent calendars could be more popular than ever this holiday season. And this year, Aldi seems to have something in mind for everyone. Aldi announced it will start selling a collection of more than 20 different Advent calendars in November. The choices include a wine, beer, or hard seltzer countdown calendar. In past years, those have sold out quickly. But if alcohol isn't your thing, you can also get a selection of cheese or chocolate with food-themed Advent calendars. And there are even more options for the children and pets in your life.
Speaking of the holidays, some of your holiday traditions may be different this year. The Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade won't be the same. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio announced today that because of the COVID-19 pandemic, spectators will not be able to watch the 94th annual parade from the streets. Mayor de Blasio says it will be televised and online. He promised a reimagined version of the iconic holiday event. De Blasio didn't want to give details, but says he will be reviewing the specifics with Macy's later in the day. The mayor noted he is looking forward to the parade's hopeful return in 2021.
You know, the colder weather has got me thinking about the holidays, and I heard that temperatures are supposed to lower this week.
Right. Maddie, can you tell us more about the weather this week?
Yep, we're currently at 63 degrees right now in Muncie, and temperatures will be cooling down into the upper 40s tonight, so quite a fall-like evening. That will be followed by plenty of sunshine and temperatures in the mid to upper 70s tomorrow.
If I could go back and change it all, I would. I think I'm gonna miss you the most. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's just the little moments. If I could go back and change it all, if I could go back, I would. But I can't.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars. Really tall. I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands? Yes. You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Hey, Bobo, do trees tell each other stories?
I'm sorry. I'm afraid I don't know that.
Hey, why don't we go find out?
Listen.
Do clouds take naps?
I couldn't tell you.
Dad, do stars visit their friends?
Look!
One in 3 adults has pre-diabetes. That means it could be you, your favorite brother, your other brother,
yes.
You, your football buddy, your football buddy, you, your plumber,
Breathe right into your foot.
your plumber's masseuse,
Yes.
you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. With early diagnosis, pre-diabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Welcome back. The time is now 9:16, and it's time to take a look at the weather. Maddie, what do you have for us?
Right now we're looking at temperatures in the mid-60s. We're at 63 in Muncie right now, 62 in Kokomo, and 68 in Lafayette. Now, taking a look nationally, temperatures are starting to drop. We're in the 60s in Muncie, 63, 72 in Kansas City, 74 in Minneapolis, and still quite a warm 82 degrees in Atlanta, so quite hot down south. Speaking of the south, we're also tracking Hurricane Sally as it's making its way towards the Gulf Coast. The Florida Panhandle starting to see the first outer bands of the hurricane as it's making its way towards the coast at a very slow pace of 5 miles per hour. You can see it spinning here. It is currently a Category 2 storm, and it will make landfall tomorrow into early Wednesday morning as a Category 2 storm with sustained winds of 110 miles per hour. The main threats with this system that we're watching are the potential for deadly storm surge and heavy rainfall and flash flooding. Now, it may be quite wet down south as they are experiencing this hurricane, but it is dry here. We're seeing no rain and no clouds on the radar as we remain clear and dry for tonight as high pressure is in place across the region and will be for most of the week. As we're going into the next 8 hours, we'll see temperatures drop from where we are in the 60s down into the upper 50s by midnight, and into daybreak we'll get down into the upper 40s, so quite a cool fall evening. 48 degrees our low with winds from the east at 5 miles per hour with clear skies. Now looking at tomorrow, basically a repeat of today. We'll start out quite cold at 8 a.m., 48 degrees, warming up quite nicely to 68 by lunchtime and topping off at 75 in the afternoon with winds coming from the southeast all day. Now, taking a look at radar, like I said, we are under the influence of high pressure, so we will remain dry and clear with very few clouds in the forecast for most of this week. You can see behind me Tuesday, Wednesday, we're just seeing some scattered clouds off and on throughout the day. Now, we do have some rain chances in the forecast for Thursday around lunchtime, but those dissipate quite quickly, and the same weather pattern sets up for Friday: clear, dry, and plenty of sunshine. Now, taking a look at the next 6 to 10 days, we do remain quite close or slightly below average in terms of temperatures. Now, the western portion of the United States and the Great Plains seeing temperatures above average, while we see temperatures here below average and even colder off to the East Coast. Now, we'll see this reflected in the 7-day forecast. We'll see temperatures in the 70s for Tuesday with plenty of sunshine, even reaching 80 by Wednesday with partly cloudy skies, 72 on Thursday with those rain chances like I mentioned, and then the 60s for the weekend, 65 on Friday, 66 on Saturday, and plenty of sunshine and cooler fall-like temperatures to top out the rest of your 7-day forecast.
Thank you, Maddie. Man, those temperatures sound amazing this week. And
they really do.
The perfect time to spend time outside.
Yes, awesome, great. Go for a picnic, take a run, go outside, spend time with your friends, socially distance, of course.
Absolutely, yes. All right, and ahead in sports, we'll be catching up with an Indianapolis Colt that was once a Cardinal.
And a local charity golf tournament at the Players Club is coming soon. We'll have all the details next in sports.
Hey, did you know 2.4 million loving cats and dogs in shelters and rescues need our help to find a home? Let's go to theshelterpetproject.org and meet if you are in a shelter near you. Harlow, oh, she's one great listener who loves to hear all your stories. My kind of cat. Cerulo is a sweet, goofy boy who's eager to please. Sounds just like another dog I know. So go to theshelterpetproject.org, search your local shelters and rescues, and go for a cuddle with your next best friend. Adopt.
Problems. The ones nobody talks about at cocktail parties. We go looking for them. No matter the obstacles, no matter the odds, we surround a community's most critical problems, and we fight. United Way fights for the health, education, and financial stability of every person in every community. Will you?
It doesn't take a scientist to cure hunger or a fancy economist to create safe housing. It takes imagination, creativity, sweat equity. And I think of kids going to school hungry. Hunger, homelessness. In this land of plenty, seriously? Come on, we could fix this. Help out, or don't. The choice is yours.
Weeknights, NewsLink Indiana brings you the news before you go to bed.
But Friday mornings, you're waking up with Cardinal weather. We've got the latest news headlines.
Freezing temperatures have set in all the way down in Louisiana.
One man dead after flooding in Venice, Italy.
Up to the minute weather conditions.
Cold temperatures are the story this morning.
And of course, lots of fun.
It is not funny.
What on earth is happening there?
I feel sorry for the little guy.
I've got my socks on. Annie with her curly hair, which is actually never curly. Join us Friday mornings at 8 on Facebook Live.
Welcome back. I'm Nathaniel Smith with sports. From Cardinal to Colt, Danny Pinter has become a home state hero. I caught up with Pinter this week to talk about his new home that isn't far from home. Ball State alumni Danny Pinter just signed with the Colts. Pinter says leading up to the draft, there's a lot of high expectations.
And, it's kind of a surreal moment. It's definitely something you dream about when you're little, and then, through the whole process, you're waiting, and there's so many different variables and unknowns. So
the process to get ready for draft day, Pinter says it was a little complicated, but still a good experience.
I got to play in one of the Senior Bowls, the NFLPA game early in January, and then I was out training in Arizona for the Combine. Got to do that, and then after that's kind of when COVID really started hitting. So it turned into a lot of Zoom interviews with teams, and then just staying in shape and working out. So
many say Pinter's work ethic is second to none, and is the reason he got where he is today. And so far, it looks like they're right.
Yeah, for me, I think that's everything. And I think a place like Ball State was an awesome place for me because that's something they really pride themselves on.
Difference between college and pro ball, drastic.
Yeah, the cliche is definitely bigger, faster, stronger, and that's certainly true. Someone made the analogy. Every rep you get here in practice is probably equivalent to your hardest rep you had in college, which is pretty accurate. But yeah, everyone's bigger, faster, stronger, and then it's just a little more intricate.
Will be a backup for the time being, but if his name is called, he says he'll be ready to go. From Lucas Oil to the gridiron at Delta High School, Delta football has had a unique season, to say the least. After going through a mandatory 14-day quarantine, the Eagles have overcome their share of challenges. Their difficulties starting 2 days into camp when one of its players tested positive for COVID-19. It's been an uphill battle for the squad, but it's an obstacle the team is willing to take on. Head coach Chris Overholt said the team not only overcame the struggle, but grew stronger.
We all went on a 14-day quarantine. And I think that time was good for us, that we kind of self-assessed again and said, hey, when we get back, every day is a blessing. Nothing's promised to us day to day. And it made us really kind of focus on what was important to us.
The Eagles' next game will be at home Friday night at 7:30 against Mount Vernon. The Cardinal Varsity Club will host its 58th annual Cardinal Classic this year. It's an annual charity golf tournament along with an auction to raise money for scholarships for student athletes. This year's auction will be done virtually, opening on September 25th and closing on October 2nd. After the tournament, Cardinal Varsity Club Director Kevin Githner had to work overtime to make this year's event safe, but he's feeling optimistic going in.
My hope and goal is this is an opportunity to bring some folks together for a fun event, to have a great day, and to raise a ton of money for scholarships for our student athletes.
This year's event will be held at the Players Club in Yorktown on October 2nd.
Thank you, Nathaniel. And what an incredible story about Danny Pinter. Just today I saw multiple people wearing his jersey around campus, so it's clear that he's still respected around here.
Yeah, it's so cool to see that he's got, the support from everyone here at Ball
Absolutely.
State. And, during my interview with him, he just seemed really, humble and are really grateful for everything that everyone's done for him up to this point in his career.
Absolutely, and what a season for him to go pro. I mean, having to make all these adjustments.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like you said, it's a little difficult, but a great experience for him nonetheless.
Absolutely, he most definitely deserved that position.
For sure. Yeah.
All right, coming up, a famous talk show host isn't your daddy anymore. Find out who it is after the break.
And a burger chain added social distancing friendly packaging. Stay with us.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No problem. Just like the rules to surviving Zombieland, there are steps you can take to be prepared for an emergency.
It's the right thing to do.
Talk with your family to make a plan. Look for safe areas to meet up if separated. And stock up on supplies. It's never too early to get prepared. So start now.
Right now?
Right now. You can't predict emergencies, but you can be ready.
You're welcome, America.
Visit ready.gov today to learn more.
Jordan knows he shouldn't eat this entire bowl of nachos, but tonight he's earned that right. Because a few hours ago, in the middle of happy hour, he recognized a sign. Not from the gods or a bolt of lightning, but from a double heart, a kissy face, and a fourth ha in ha ha ha. That's when Jordan knew he was buzzed. So when it was time to go, he got a ride home instead of driving. Be a legend like Jordan. Recognize your buzzed warning signs and get a ride home. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back. It's time to talk about our anchor pick stories. So, who's your daddy? Well, it's definitely not Dr. Phil. Somehow it's become a trend to refer to Dr. Phil as daddy. People are doing it all over TikTok. It's not known if the joke's original purpose was to get under his skin, but it did. He posted a video on the same platform, TikTok, saying, "I hate to break it to you, but I ain't your daddy." The term daddy can have sexual connotations when referring to someone as a dominant or masculine partner. As you probably suspect, his response appears to be egging people on even more.
Wear a mask, don't touch, and social distance. These are the current social norms, and they are forcing many companies to come up with new ways to reach customers. Burger chain White Castle has redesigned its packaging to fit the new norms. Dubbed the Crave Clutch, the packaging has 20 sliders and 4 small fries. It has a cardboard handle with a faux leather stitching, making it easier for you to hold while you're going on your socially distanced gatherings. The vice president of the company says they've been working on the packaging for a while and thought this was the best time to unveil it. The last time White Castle's introduced a packaging was 16 years ago. Well, it seems like the perfect thing to bring to a picnic.
I know Maddie just mentioned having a socially distanced picnic in this weather, and I'm going on a picnic tomorrow, so this is a good thing to consider.
Perfect.
But,
Yes.
Maddie, can you tell us more about that weather?
We're taking a look at the 7-day forecast, which features seasonable fall-like temperatures for most of the week. 75 on Tuesday, 80 on Wednesday. That's maybe our last 80 degree day this season. 72 on Thursday, a slight chance for some rain showers, and then take a look at those 60s on the forecast for your high temperatures. 65 on Friday, 66 on Saturday, 72 on Sunday, and 75 on Monday. Plenty of sunshine on the way, as well as some cooler, more fall-like evenings, and plenty of seasonal temperatures on the way for next week.
Thank you, Maddie. That's all we have tonight for NewsLink Indiana. Be sure to join us again tomorrow night at 9, streaming live on the NewsLink Indiana Facebook page.
And for news anytime, anywhere, go to ballstatedaily.com. Have a great night.